Hello, flower friends. Forgive my background. You're going to see it kind of fade in and out a little bit, but we're going to give everyone a minute to kind of filter into the chat, say hello, let us know where you're coming from. We have a full cast today. This has never been done before. We've never had a full cast as full as we've had, as full as we're going to have. And so, with that in mind, we're going to be kind of filtering in some of the consultants so that way you can get a one on one with them real quick, get to know their vibe, who they are, and what we're going to do. But yeah, let us know in the chat where you're coming from. Say hello. Are you planting wedding flowers? And then we'll be getting started shortly. So excited. Okay, and I think we're ready to get ready. So, hello again. If you're just joining us now, we're doing a live. Let us know in the chat where you're coming from, where you're joining us, what state, what city, your favorite flower. Are you planning an event, a venue, a holiday, maybe a bridal party? Let us know. But today, I have the full roster. The full roster is here live for today of our consultants. So today we're going to focus on meeting the consultants so that way y'all can get a one-on-one interaction with them and see what they're all about. So without further ado, I want you to introduce one of our first consultants for the day is Miss Cynthia. So with that said, let me make sure we're set up for her and we'll bring her on screen so y'all can get to know her a little bit better. So, Miss Cynthia, take it away.
And it's a pleasure for me to introduce myself. I'm Cynthia, and I will be, in April, it's going to be 9 years with the company with 50 Flowers. So I have been part of this dream, which has been a great opportunity for me, just knowing the products and how the company has been growing along this time. Um, yes, I'm part of the consultation team. I'm completely fluent in Spanish as well. Hablo español perfectamente. So I'll be more than happy to work with brides and people that just want to make their flowers. You know, um, I think that even though you have a clear idea of you're going for, it's good to have just a second opinion of someone that can help you bring your vision alive. Um, knowing our products especially. So yes, I have been working with about 700 brides this time. So for me, it's just a pleasure, to meet you all, to work with you. If you're planning an event, it doesn't have to be a wedding. It could be other type of event because we are just here for you, just to assist you, bringing your vision to life.
I love it. Yay. Thank you, Cynthia. Okay, now for next on the roster, we have the one, the only Miss Camille. So we'll give it a second. Miss Camille, give us a little spiel who you are.
Hi. Well, my name is Camille, and I am so excited to join you today and tell you a little bit about myself, which I always like to hear about my brides more than myself. But I am in the Texas area, and I have been in wedding and events for over 20 years in different capacity. But in the last 6 years, very focused on floral, which was really my passion. Didn't realize as a young child, I was actually born in a city of roses, And so I didn't know it was actually woven into my DNA to be in this industry, but I absolutely love it. I love the brides. I love being able to go on and hear the magic of what they want to present, help them weave a story in with their flowers, kind of make some good decisions because after all, we just need reassurance, right? And so that's part of what we like to do at 50 Flowers is just kind of do a gentle guidance and make sure that they're on the right path, the brides that we love so much. And I found that the DIY brides are just lovely people. So I'm excited every time I get to go on screen, be blessed to be able to share their experience and to enjoy exactly what they're looking at and kind of enter into that with them. Very much love the gardeny feel, very flowy, organic, but capable of doing plenty of the others as well. But I'm looking forward to having the next booking and meeting the next people that I get to be involved with.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Camille. All right. You know her. You love her. She's got that Georgia drawl that you absolutely adore. It's none other than Miss Terry. So, Miss Terry, give us a little spiel who you are.
Hey
And
y'all, coming in with the y'alls. Hey, I'm Terry. I'm from North Georgia. I have been in the wedding industry for about 20 years now. In all capacities, I've been a wedding planner, a wedding florist for the majority of those 20 years. I have done venue management. I've just run the gamut of things. Weddings, it's just in my blood. Like others are saying, it's like in our DNA. Once you're in the wedding world, you're always in the wedding world. You cannot escape it. So it's a good thing. I love it. I absolutely love a whimsical design, colors, like bold things, different things, out of the box ideas. And just my favorite part with working with the DIY brides with 50 Flowers is that I'm getting to help someone achieve their dreams all on their own. Is so exciting for me. It was always exciting for me when I was doing weddings to walk into a room and be like, wow, I made this for this person. And how much more special is it that a DIY bride gets to do that herself? She gets to create her wedding vision all on her own. And it's amazing. So can't wait to meet you.
I queued myself out. Thank you, Miss Terry. All right. Now, does this next guest need an introduction? Well, we're gonna give her one anyway. So next up, we have Miss Adelina Whitaker. Miss Adelina, let us know who you are. What's your vibe?
Hi, I'm Adelina. I've been a floral and event designer for like 27 years. I've done everything under the sun in terms of style. When people ask me like, what's my style? It's whatever you want it to be, whatever you need it to be. So I'm really capable of helping brides and empowering brides achieve whatever look they're going for. I've done over probably close to 1,000 events in my years, but I just love teaching brides kind of the way about doing their own flowers, and I just love our brides so much. It's so great to really see them execute their vision, and yeah, I just can't wait to meet you guys.
Yay, love it. Thank you, Adelina. And last but not least at all, we have the wonderful, the vivacious Miss Becky Memo. So, Miss Becky, let us know. Let the communities know who you are.
Well, I don't think I've ever been described as vivacious. I love that. So thank you for the introduction. I've been in the industry for over 20 years now and have always specialized in wedding work. I love it. I am originally from the Midwest. I'm a St. Louis girl. I had a floral company there for almost 10 years before selling it. Found myself in Naples, Florida for a while doing destination weddings. And now I am outside of Philadelphia. And I had a floral company here for over 5 years before I dove into 50 Flowers full time, which I've been here for a year now. I absolutely love it. I love working with our DIY brides and helping them bring their vision to life. It's so fun being able to teach them how to make their bouquet or whatever it is. My favorite style is probably what you see right here on the screen, this like garden party. Like I love dahlias, zinnias, butterfly ranunculus. Those are some of my favorites. So thank you.
Thank you, Miss Becky. Always a wonderful opportunity to have a chat with you. All right. So with that said, you kind of got a nice overview of the consultants, but what does a consultant do? What is the purpose of today's live, right? So if you know us, if you've seen our page on our 50 Flowers webpage, we have 3 different tiers, and we have some of our consultants on today to really break it down. What kind of bride are you to kind of maneuver which tier you need to be in, right? Whether that's our basic, our deluxe, or our premium. Now, that doesn't mean that your florals are not going to be beautiful. That doesn't mean that they're not going to be amazing. It's just a matter of how much help and guidance that you need. So let's pivot to that part of our presentation, and we'll have the wonderful Miss Terry back up and live to kind of give you a walk down of what a basic consultation will include and kind of give you an overview of what that kind of looks like. So when I pivot, so give me a second. It's very okay. Okay, it's all you, Miss Terry.
All right, so 3 tiers. We've got the basic, the deluxe, and the premium, and I'm going to talk about the basic. So the basic is kind of good for 2 different types of brides. So the first bride that the basic is really good for is a bride that really, your vision, and you just want someone to sort of walk through it with you to make sure that you have everything you need, and just sort of double check yourself. It's also really good for that bride on a budget. So what we do in the basic consultation is we have 30 minutes that we chat. We're talking about your vision, the flowers that you want to use, what you want to create. And then I will help you come up with the perfect flowers. We'll put together a recipe guide. Now, this is not going to be an exact recipe that you're going to follow. We are going to give you ranges of the 4 elements that at 50 Flowers we like to use in floral arrangement. That is focal, filler, line, and greenery. So if you see up here on the screen, this side, there are a range of how many focal flowers that you'll need to make a large bridal bouquet, how many filler flowers that you'll need, how many line flowers and greenery, and then a total stem count to make that bouquet. So for that bride on a budget, we might be on that lower end of the range to help you achieve your vision and your budget at the same time. And if everything aligns in flower and budget world, then we like to be on the higher end of that floral range for you, so that you get that nice full lush arrangement that you're looking for. So these ranges just help to make sure that you're ordering confidently. And then also we're going to give you a shopping cart, which we just saw. That's going to have the amounts of everything that we recommend that will help you land in that flower stem count range. So you get the shopping cart, and then we also are going to have all sorts of links to supplies, video tutorials. If you go back, Mari, to kind of the first slides, we'll give you a generalized instruction plan for each of the items that you're going to make as well. And you're going to get this across the board with all 3 of the tiered consultations. So that's kind of the basic in a nutshell. 30 quick minutes, recipe guide, the tips and tricks and videos that we can give you, and just some basic instructions, plus a little pretty sheet here that shows all the flowers that you chose. So
Sorry about that. We're lagging a little bit on my end. I'm promised I'm toggling through y'all as fast as I can. But thank you, Ms. Tara. I really appreciate that. I think that's such great information because I feel as far as DIY brides go, right? The hardest thing that they always deal with, the number one question is how many stems do I need for X, Y, or Z?
Right.
So now you will have, as you mentioned, brides that already have a vision. They've already done the deep research, and you just need someone to go and check in your math. Like, book Miss Terry. She can help you out with that.
Yep. It's a good math check, or it's just a good way to say, okay, I have enough flowers. I can do this. You might have to do a little legwork on the back end if you're on the lower budget side, but it's going to give you the framework that you need to take the guesswork out.
I love it. Okay, perfect. And we're going to move on to now our deluxe. And bear with me. All right, Miss Adelina, let us know. Oh, there we go. Let the DIY brides know why they should book a deluxe. What comes with the deluxe, and what kind of bride should book this?
Well, Deluxe dives a little bit deeper. I think it's for the bride that would like a little bit more clarity on her recipe counts. It's a 45-minute consultation. My background is so bad. I'm so sorry. It's a 45-minute consultation, and we go all the way in through each individual item that you're making, and then we'll break it down recipe stem count stem by stem. So you'll see here that we create the mood board and a color palette, which is also really helpful. And if you do have a Pinterest, it's always great to share it with us because it really does help us kind of prepare and get the inspo for your vibe. And then we create a shopping cart. So you can see here, this is kind of like the first page, and then we'll go into each individual thing and we'll do the recipe count breakdown there for each item, as well as linking any videos that might be helpful for construction. So you can see here we have bridesmaids, the flower girl crown, and then continuing on, this is a pretty in-depth one, corsages, boutonnieres, and again, you'll see the linked recipes on the sides. And then there's some larger installs in here. So we'll also collect any or connect any videos or helpful information there with mechanics as well. So then, and we also include the shopping cart here, which is great because this links everything that we said and the counts that we set it in. So you can just click on that, and it's really simple and easy. You don't have to rethink it. And then moving forward, we still have, again, we have 45 minutes. It also includes a revision as well. So if you do make any changes to that, we can revise it. And then we have the same like tips and tricks. And then we do like a bit of a wedding week breakdown for when to prepare, getting ready, how to receive your flowers, and then sort of your checklist, confirm your delivery, how to do your preparations. And I think that's pretty much it. You get a little bit more access to us too, because we, like I said, we do a revision, and so we can answer any questions that you might have after math. But yeah, this is Romeo and Juliet's proposal, and it was a really fun one and a funky one to make. So it was a fun one to create.
I love it. Now, Adelina, how would you describe the bride that should book this? Like, what type of, process-wise, what is it that they need help with?
The bride that should book this is definitely one that kind of doesn't know where to begin. I mean, most brides have a generalized vision, but this is for someone who needs accurate stem counts so that we know exactly how much they're buying, and a little bit more handheld holding throughout the process so that you're there for them to support them through the process, and then giving them obviously exact recipes and not just a range. Definitely someone who just needs a little bit more
Guidance.
help and guidance and figuring it out. I forgot to say too, I'm from California.
That West Coast. I love it. Okay, perfect. I love this. I'm so glad that we have the opportunity to have y'all all on the call today. So we're now going to shift to our premium consultation. And then if y'all have questions, like, please let us know in the chat, like, whether it's like we're definitely going to be filtering through questions as we continue to progress. So let us know what kind of questions that you have pressing at the top of your head, and then we can throw those all to all of our consultations. Oh, and then give me 1 second, y'all. We are going to go back to sharing that screen and go to our premium with, well, see, now that you said that you like that I call you Vivacious, I'm just gonna, that's your nickname now, Vivacious Becky. All right, Miss Vivacious Becky, let us know what all entails a premium consultation.
All right. Are you going to pull up one? Oh, yay. This was so fun. Like this color palette. Are you kidding me? I'm like, I wanted to go do it. Anyways, I would say for the premium consultation, if you are on Pinterest and let's say you have all these ideas and you're just trying to figure out like, okay, how do I put this together? That is great. Like, because with a premium consultation, you're going to get us for a full hour. So we can really dive into this a little bit more. You're also going to get 2 revisions, which is really nice. I find that a lot of people are booking their florals like 6 to 8 months out before the wedding day, right? And so what's really nice about the premium consultation is you also get a second follow-up. And we usually suggest doing this about a month out. And so what we can do at that point too is kind of look at your floral order and say, okay, now we know how many guests are actually coming, because at this point you've gotten your RSVPs back, right? You know, maybe you've added a bridesmaid or something. And so we're going to look at that just to make sure that you have enough flowers for the wedding. So here Mari's kind of going through a premium consult that I did. Just like the others, you know, we've got like the line items listed. Here is a whole recipe. And if you go down each column, you'll see like in the bridal bouquet where I actually like recommended, okay, we're going to do 5 stems of this, 3 of that, and so on. And then what's really nice is overall, you're able to see like how many stems you're using in the entire wedding, just so that I always say it's nice because then you know you're not overbuying or underbuying. The other thing that we're going to go through too a little bit more in depth, and this is also really what's great about that second consultation too, is your wedding week timeline, right? So a month before, like I said, if you're booking it then, you've also booked your hair appointment, your nail appointment. So we're going to like take all of that into consideration too. So I'm not going to recommend that you make your bouquet on the same day that you've gotten your nails done, right? So we want to keep your manicure nice and pretty. So then, yes, this is all kind of what you saw before, breaking it down day by day.
Oh, there we go. Now, before I have you hop off, Becky, I'm going off script. I'm sorry. I'm going off script, but one of the awesome things, just have to highlight it because it's part of the presentation, or as far as part of the proposals. We have this contest that we do every single year. It's called Share Your Flair. So if you purchase flowers from 50 Flowers, you've made an arrangement for an event, you've made it for maybe you had a bridal shower party, submit your images and you could literally get a make this look done on our website off of your inspiration. And then on top of that, win some money. And who doesn't love that? I love that. I wish I could enter, but I can't because that wouldn't be fair. But I digress. Now, before I let you go, Becky, as far as premiums, because I know this is like a whole new deal for us, right? We've just readjusted our consultation process. But would you say in terms of how the brides feel coming into that consultation and then when they leave, like that, I feel like there's always that one light bulb click where it's just like, oh, this makes so much sense. Like, am I right? Am I wrong? Like,
no, you're right. And I think that's what's so nice about the way we're doing our proposals too, is because you bring it all together and, you know, they're seeing not only the types of flowers, but seeing the color palette and then all of the inspo photos like together in one page. And it's really nice. They love seeing that. They can visualize it then, right? Oh, and the other thing I wanted to say too, with like that month out, like going through the mechanics again, I think that's super important because again, you probably did that in your initial consultation, but that may have been like over 6 months ago. So just kind of getting a refresher on that is always nice too.
Okay, now we're going to try something new. We're going to try and bring all the consultants back. Bear with us as we bring the whole cast in. Dun, dun, dun. Trying new things. Okay, love it. All right, so we have the whole cast. Oh,
Wait, you lost Cynthia.
hold on. I get a little click happy, and I have to be patient. You have to be patient with the software. So we have the whole cast here. Now, if you're watching us on Instagram, you will only see a portion of us. Like, bear with us. You know, we're definitely testing out new ways of streaming this information for y'all. So, but with that said, we are opening up some Q&A opportunities. So if you have a question, you know, let us know in the chat, like what do you have pending? Like what is it what that you really are questioning about DIYing your flowers? You literally have the consultants that are here going to guide you like live, like they can answer your questions. They're ready. They're ready for some answering, right? Oh, and I do want to just real quick say I just saw a message in the chat that said I had a premium with Becky for my daughter's wedding, and heart super happy.
Oh, heart. I love that.
So I do have these other questions that's open to the consultants. As far as oh, hold on. We're uploading on my end. Okay. So we shared the FFLG formula earlier, right? In the consultations, what do you feel like is the most common mistake that you see brides make when they try to do the math themselves? Don't all fight at once to answer.
Well, I think one mistake I see a lot is like there's so many different flower types, especially when there's like maybe a lower budget and we're like, so maybe they're like listing like 20 different flowers that they want, and you don't need all of that. You know, we can definitely like sticking within that formula will help.
Love it. Okay. We have like
I have something to note on that too. I also think that sometimes your favorite flowers might be very costly versus some dupes that we can always suggest and offer to really achieve your look for less.
or even seasonality, right? Like what is the number one flower that every bride would love to have? Well, maybe not every bride, but most brides, peonies. And
Exactly.
not always the most cost effective, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful, but there are alternatives that will give you that aesthetic. And these are the ladies that help you guide you in that. So super exciting. Okay. I do have another question.
Well, and I will say too that I see that the brides want to underestimate stem counts a lot. And so I do, you know, we encourage, as all the consultants have smartly said, to overestimate because let's face it, we love flowers and we're going to find bud vases for the restroom, or you'll always find places for extra buds. So underestimating is a little bit of a oopsie that we try and encourage not to have happen.
I love that. Okay, so the next question is, as far as communication goes, because most of y'all are meeting with the bride themselves, right? How would you best elaborate to the bride or the mother of the bride how they can bring in family members, friends to provide that assistance for the actual, you know, setup or the building of some of these DIY blooms? Terry, you want to take that one?
I'll take that one. Yeah. So don't try to do it all yourself. Personally, I'm a little bit of a control freak when it came to designing in my own business. But make it fun. Just have a party. get some drinks, some pizza, throw on some background tunes or a movie or something, and just make it a party. We give you the blueprint to do this, and just make sure everyone is on the same page. Just kind of start your flower party with looking over the proposal, look over the recipes or the recipe guides that we've given you, and just kind of delegate out and let everyone have fun doing the flowers. Flowers are gorgeous no matter what. If they're not put together perfectly, who cares? They're still pretty. So let go of some of the control and just let everyone have fun with it.
Perfect. I love it.
I think too, like having like a delegation game plan ahead of time too, so that Susie's doing this, so and so's doing this, and always pull your bridal bouquet, bridesmaids bouquet ingredients and set them aside so nobody touches those from the get-go.
And I want to jump in and say, just thinking ahead to the wedding day too, remember you're the bride that day, and make sure that you have a good team in place so that you can be the bride, get your hair done, get your makeup done, and know that you're going to walk into the most beautiful wedding that you've ever seen.
I love that. We have another question. Now, as far as how much time in advance should I book a consultation? Cynthia, do you want to take that one?
Absolutely, yes. Okay, it's good to have a consultation, when you feel ready, that you have something in mind already. You already have selected the color scheme of your event, and you have just an idea of what you're planning to go for. I think we're here just to assist you, to figure out what's going to be the game plan for you. And of course, you can make your selection from our tier consultations. How do you feel? Are you confident of working with flowers, or you're just a beginner? And when to plan it, of course, months in advance, but when to place the order, it's also important. It's also important to secure the flowers at least 3 to 4 months before the event date. Just to let you know, guys.
I love it. Thank you.
And lock in the prices at that time.
Yes. Super, 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 super important, because florals, they have very dynamic pricing based on seasonality, based on holidays. Although I will say, yeah. Sorry. I started reading and then I'm doing two things at once. Okay. The next question. So what if I get a basic consultation, but then realize I need a revision or just more help? Like, do I book a new consultation? How should a DIY maneuver into going up to needing more assistance? Ms. Becky?
So I would say if you're looking to actually get recipes, stem breakdowns, then I would go ahead and book a deluxe consultation. If you just have a minor revision, then and you will want to contact your consultant afterwards too, and they'll help guide you through this whole process. But if you wanted to just have a simple revision done, we can also do that as well.
Perfect. We have another question. So for the bride with a high budget or very complex Pinterest perfect look, why is having 2 rounds of revision so critical? Catalina? I'm gonna start assigning
I knew it was
questions.
me. Well, sometimes your plans change a little bit, right? So you might want to, depending on how far in advance you booked your first one, you might want to make some changes. You might be wanting to change colors. You might be wanting to add, other types of flowers. I think if you're very Pinterest centric, your ideas can change on a dime. And also, I've been attending weddings, ideas can change. But and then your guest counts can change, as well as like your bridal party. All of those things can change. So it's always nice to be able to kind of go back, revisit it, and kind of finalize all the details, make all those changes, and know that you have made the right decisions.
So this goes out to the whole team. Now, if a DIY bride is on Pinterest right now and she's feeling overwhelmed, what is the first thing that she should do after this live ends?
Book a consultation.
Yeah, book a
Yes,
consultation.
I love it. And I will say, if y'all are interested in booking a consultation, leave a comment DIY in the chat, and then we can reach out to you to kind of help guide you through that process. We have another question though, because we're still good on time. When it comes to supplies needed and videos on how to create some of the arrangements, would your team help provide these?
I'll jump in. In the proposals, there's links to a lot of the common videos, and we're ever evolving with creating YouTube videos. So if you're in this DIY group and there's something that you want to know how to make, let us know. Send us a message, make a comment. We'll make those videos. And then the supply list is on the proposals as well. The higher tiers will give you specific supplies that you need, whereas the basic is just kind of the general. All the supplies.
Love it. Oh my gosh, I feel like we're just emboldening all these DIY brides to, really make this vision happen. It's so exciting. I'm so glad. I know this was like something new. We never had the whole roster in one live, so this was an experience for me, but a super exciting one, and super happy. I want to check to see if we have any more questions, so bear with me. But if y'all could, maybe Miss Camille, can you share to our live community, what is your favorite flower?
Oh my gosh, that's like asking me my favorite child. I like everything from fevered few because they're just so sweet and simple and organic, to a peony, to a lily. A rose lily is amazing with the scent. So how about that for an answer?
I love it. So since we kind of touched on that second for flowers, I will say, because we know there are some flowers that get bad raps, right? From hydrangeas to baby's breath. Now, and I have to bring this up because I feel like this flower gets the worst rap, and it's carnations. We understand that carnations are always viewed as a grocery store flower, but if someone in this call could please share with the community why we love carnations. Why are they amazing?
I'll say because of the colors, Carnations bring lots of shades, and there could be, just nice accents. It doesn't have to be your focal flower. And also, price-wise, it's a really easy flower to use. For example, if you're planning to do an arch, a full arch, something like a background, you don't need to use garden roses, even though they are pretty as well, but you can use carnations, just more flowers, less expensive, cost-effective, and in really beautiful shades.
And they last a long, long time. They're very durable.
That was the answer. They last forever. This is why florists are a tried and true fan of carnations. So since we're kind of pivoting to some questions about flowers, Becky, do you want to share as far as what are we seeing in the consultation team, or even like online, as far as trending flowers for this season?
Calla lilies, anthuriums, hanging amaranthus, and cymbidium orchids. Those are probably like the top 4 right now, I would say. It's like a very modern, it's a fun look. I love it. But I would say those are like what we're really seeing trending right now.
I love it. And I know DIY brides are going to come in with their inspiration, right? And if you could provide maybe another piece of advice as far as setting the budget, right? But in terms of bridals, like their bridal bouquet, the bridesmaid's bouquet, meadows? Like how do they decide what is super important for their wedding day? Like, I guess, what advice can you give them to kind of help narrow down what they're really looking for? Because they're going to see all this inspiration. Pinterest is a great asset for that, but how can they kind of narrow that in? Miss Terry, you want to take that one?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me that. And we're talking about a bride on a budget here.
A bride on a budget. How can
Okay.
she hone in these ideas a little bit more?
Gotcha. Okay, so I always tell every bride that your bouquet is the most photographed floral of the day because you're the most photographed person. You're carrying that bouquet all day. Splurge in there. Splurge on that. Make it stunning. Make it exactly the way you want it. Everywhere else, you can, use similar flowers. Use those carnations. If you have peonies, bunch up a bunch of carnations if you want a meadow, bunch them up and they look like a peony. And then move those meadows to in front of your sweetheart table. So repurpose as much as you can. I know there's varying opinions on repurposing bridesmaids bouquets. If your budget is not allowing you to create those big and lush centerpieces that you want, there's nothing wrong with repurposing a bridesmaid's bouquet as a centerpiece. You're making it once, using it twice. So repurpose as much as you can. Be okay with using the lower cost flowers in the larger places. But splurge on your bouquet. You get to carry that thing all day long, be proud of it and love it.
I love it.
Ooh, can I want to use that phrase, making it once, using it twice.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
That's great.
Perfect. Okay. So we're going to check the channels to see if we have any other questions, because I know we're getting close on time. But I'm going to put y'all on the spot. I'm going off script again. I'm sorry, y'all. But Miss Camille, we're going to go through all the consultants again to kind of give you a brief reminder of why you should book them for a consultation. So, Miss Camille, you want to start off?
Is this like data flower?
Absolutely.
I love it. So I think that honestly, and I'm not just saying this is such a panel of knowledge people. I mean, I really don't know that any would be better than the other, but for me, I love just entering into that story. Like I said earlier, I love hearing about what it is what the bride is doing and just being truly excited. And as far as my particular arena, again, just kind of a wildflower look, very whimsical garden, which I know is one of the trendier things right now, but happy to do pretty much any of them just to be able to be involved is fun and exciting. And so, yeah, I think just whatever you find the best time slot for, really, honestly. And so, because you can't go wrong, any of these lovely ladies are super capable. But if you choose me, I'm happy to help in any way I can.
I love that. Contestant number 2, Miss Terry.
So yeah, I mean, again, just anybody here on this panel is great to book with. If you're looking for some creative, out of the box ways of doing things, I'm your girl. I'm gonna find probably the cheaper way to do it sometimes. And mechanics, I love mechanics. So if you're wanting to create a big installation hanging from the ceiling, suspended from thin air, I'm gonna help you do that. We might talk you down a little bit as a DIYer, but I'm going to help you figure it out, find a way to do it, and make it beautiful. So I like whimsy. I like color, bold designs. Really, I mean, anything I have and will design any style. So
Thank you so much, Miss Terry. Okay, contestant number 3, Miss Adelina.
Well, like I said in my intro, I've done it all. I used to do a television show that had themes, and I had to really exercise my design muscles and do things that I wasn't sure I was able to do. So I really, truly have done it all. And the themes were interesting. But they always looked way better than I thought. And I was always so proud of them. So also I'm the only one on the West Coast. So I'm the only one in Pacific Standard Time. So I have a lot of availability in the evenings for a lot of people. And I love tropical, which not everyone will say they do, but I do love tropicals. So that's another kind of bonus for me. But I can achieve every look confidently.
Love it. Contestant number 4, Miss Becky.
Well, so I have done, every style under the sun as well. And really, like, one thing that I will do whenever a bride books is I immediately go and I look at the venue because I feel like, all right, what kind of a style fits that? So, I keep in mind the venue and obviously the client's vision too. But I was interviewed one time and they said, "What's your secret weapon in floral design?" And people are all going away. My answer was color. Like, I love working with color. And when I sell a wedding, I don't really sell flower types, I sell color. So I feel like I'm really good at just working with that.
Oh, wait. Before I go to thank you so much, Becky. Before I go to contestant number 5. Well, no. Well, contestant number 5, Miss Cynthia.
Okay, I'll say to the bride, just try, just trust the experts. We have the privilege to work with lots of brides every single day. Personally, I can say that I have learned a lot from you, a lot from our customers. Every wedding it's a challenge because it's completely unique. No wedding is similar to any other. And what I can say is I'm proud to, just research, learn, and just, be part of the wedding. I feel part of the wedding. I just try to do myself, my very best, just joining the bride, trying to fulfill what she's envisioning. So, and we also have lots of different beautiful flowers in 50 Flowers. So I think that we all have the experience and the knowledge to just show our brides all the different varieties we have. We completely understand you have a favorite flower. It could be peonies, it could be tulips, it could be garden roses. But we are here for you. We can show you different varieties that for sure you're gonna like, and of course it's gonna match with with the taste, with your taste, what you're going for. And as Miss Adelina said, I forgot to tell you guys that I'm from Ecuador, South America. We ship the most wonderful roses from here direct to your doorstep. So, yeah, I have the privilege to be on the farms, meet the flowers, meet the quality. So, you can trust us. We have top quality flowers for you guys.
I love it. Thank you, Cynthia. So I got excited because I saw this come through in the chat. So if you're not part of our DIY Facebook community group, because we're broadcasting this across our YouTube page and also our Instagram page. So if you're not part of our DIY Facebook community group, please come join us. We have professionals and we have DIY enthusiasts. It's really a focus on how to help our DIYers build, the florals that they're looking for. It's just a community page for that. It's focused. But one of the messages that we got in the chat was, I've been a florist for over 35 years. I have often used your website for inspiration, and I've shown brides your pictures, shown alternatives for economical choices. I would suggest 50 Flowers for DIY brides.
Love that.
Super awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, I know we're kind of going up on time, but this has been amazing. So, to finish off the live, a couple of reminders for everyone. If you're interested in doing a consultation, just leave a comment in the chat, put DIY. Or if you just have questions, join our Facebook community group. We're an open book. You can pose a question in there and we can kind of help guide you in terms of what you're looking for. aside from that, what we would love guidance is, what do you want the next live to be? Because we're kind of already planning a couple of things. So let us know in the comments below. What do you want to see? What do you want to learn? Maybe you have already an inspiration board that you're like, I need to know how to make this happen. Share it in our community page. If you're on Instagram, share it in the comments. If you're on YouTube, do the same. And this has been amazing. I'm so glad that we had the opportunity, so that way you can meet the full roster all in one go. Miss Terry, Miss Adelina, Miss Becky, Miss Cynthia, and Miss Camille. And I think with that said, y'all, we'll see you on the next one. This has been amazing. Unless we have any more questions.
Can I just add one thing? If you decide to book a consultation with us and you do book a basic, and then as we're getting into it, you feel like it's evolving into a deluxe, we can change it right then and there so that you're not doing a whole other consultation. So just so you know, if you think a basic is a good start and you think in the process we decide that actually you do need a little bit more in-depth information, we can do that switch during the consultation.
I love it. Oh, and we actually got another message in the chat. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so it says, we used 50 flowers 10 years ago for my daughter's wedding. I'm back to do it again for my son's wedding this summer. I'm super excited for you, Ms. Julie. Let us know if we can help you in any way. We're here to guide you. So I'm so glad that you're part of the community. And if you need some extra guidance, I mean, book a consultation. We'll be more than happy to pair you with one of our consultants based on your availability. But I think with that, if there's no more questions, going once,
Mary,
going,
I have a reminder for everyone. Okay, remember that you're going to get a discount code after the consultation that you will be able to apply to your order. So it's going to be a nice 5% for the order. So just remember that.
I love it. Perfect.
And most of the time that actually cancels out the consultation fee for the most part. So it's a win-win.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, we will see you all on the next one. And then I guess depending on what you're trying to learn, you will see all or one of us on that next one. So it's been so great to have everyone here. Thank you, Miss Terry. Thank you, Miss Adelina, Miss Becky, Miss Cynthia, and Miss Camille. I'm just here for the vibe. So let us know. We're here to help you. We're here to guide you in the best way that we can. And we'll see you all on the next one. Bye.
Bye.